welcome to my channel. In today's video I am doing something that I have been actually meaning to do for quite a while, but I have been putting off for just as long, and that's because I'm really not that comfortable talking in English quite yet, considering that it is not my first language. But given the situation we are in, being all at home and having the Easter holidays officially started for me, I really don't think that there is any further excuse to be putting this video off. So this is why I'm filming it today. As you will have obviously noticed by the title, I am going to be giving each Stray Kids member their ateez twin, or vice versa, the order. Of course, doesn't really matter. And yeah, a disclaimer is that, of course, the matches I have come up with will not be 100% accurate, and that is because we are working with 16 different people. No one's going to be identical to the other, and so yeah, just a quick disclaimer that I wanted to put out there. But yeah, without any further ado, let's just get started. Okay, so I have decided to put Chen with Songhua and not with Hongjun, although Hongjun is the leader of ateez, because I actually feel that Chen is more similar to Songhua than he is to Hongjun. And the reason for this is because both Chen and Songhua really are just responsible people. You can see by how they behave and their way of putting themselves out in the world. They are just like really down to earth, and they really take a lot of care for their members, and they're just like very serious about what they do. And this is something that really brings them together for me. Another thing that has just made me decide to pair them up together is the fact that although they are probably the most serious members in their groups, they also have this kind of more childish vibe to them. They also like to have fun, to sometimes laugh it off, and this is something that it's just like very real for the both of them, and this is why I have decided to pair them up together. Okay, so this is admittedly not the most accurate matching, but I still do think that Minho and Hongjun have their similarities. In first place, they are really some of the members that take the most care for the others. This is probably also because they are some of the eldest members, and just in different ways, because Hongjun has more showing ways of taking care of his members, while Minho does it in a more subtle way, but they are some of the members that I think take the most care of the others, and this is something that's really unique to them. And apart from that, also the passion and the drive that they have about things they are passionate about. I feel like they are extremely dedicated people, and it really shows in the way they approach things that they love, which I mean, it's probably producing for Hongjun and dancing for Minho, but just like this passion and the determination that they have is really unique to the two of them, and I feel like it's one of the most obvious similarities that the two have. And yeah, this is just why I think that they make up for a pretty good matching. This is, I think, probably, if not the most accurate, definitely one of the most accurate matchings that I have come up with. something about Changbin and Jungkook just makes me think of the same person, basically. Although the age difference is, of course, a little bit, because Changbin is one of the eldest members of Stray Kids, while Jungkook is the Maknae of ateez. I feel like there's just so many similarities to the two of them that I just could not put them together for this video. So for a start, they are definitely the strongest members in their teams. I mean, Changbin has been working out a lot, and his members have also been telling that a lot that he is the strongest member. And for ateez, I mean, Jungkook is clearly the strongest member. So yeah, their strength is definitely something that brings them together. But from that, I also, and probably mainly, the thing that has made me think of them as a really great matching is the talent that they have in their position. Because although they are different positions, because Changbin is rap focused and Jungkook is vocal focused, the talent that they have for their positions, it's just like really unique to them. They are the best at what they do in their groups. I'm sorry, but just this had to be said. And yet this is just like, although they have different positions, their talent and the way it shows in those different positions, I feel like it's really similar, because they really are just like a rap legend and a vocal legend. So yeah, this is for Changbin and Jungkook. This is another one of those pairs that I kind of struggle to come up with, but I feel like Yuno and Jisung do have their similarities. So for a start, I feel like the passion and that they show when they are doing what they know how to do best, which is dancing for Yuno, and both rapping and singing for Jisung, because the boy is a beast, is just like really, really noticeable. I feel like the two of them are like, their passion is just like so visible and palpable, and it really shows in live performances how like their stage presence and everything. So this is definitely something that brings the two together. But also their personalities, I feel like, are pretty similar, because in both of their groups, they are like the bubbly and kind of bouncy personality that just tends to show more during interviews, for example. They like to joke and to mock the members, and to like, they're always laughing. And this is something that is like really unique to them, and that has really made me think of them as a really great matching. So yeah, this is Yuno and Jisung. So this is another one of the weaker matches, but I also do think that Mingi and Hyunjin do have their similarities. So one of the main things for me is just the presence that they have when they perform. They are some of the most eye-catching members, in my opinion. When you watch a performance of either Stray Kids or ateez, I feel like your eyes tend to be drawn onto either Hyunjin or Mingi. So this is definitely one of the similarities that they have. But the main thing is just their shocking duality, because when you look at them perform on stage, you would never think that off stage they are actually like really nice and cute people. So like, yeah, it's so shocking to me, like this duality that they have. And it is not that they are the members with the biggest duality, because I think that those are other two members, and we will come to that later. But just like how shocking it is, I feel like this is definitely the biggest similarity that they share. So yeah, this is for Mingi and Hyunjin. Okay, so there was no way I could do this video and not pair Yosang up with Seungmin because they are so similar on so many different levels. And just like there was no way I could put one without the other in this video. So for a start, they are the sassy kings of their groups. Like for real, in interviews or just like in random videos, you can really see how they interact with their members. And it is so funny because they really do tend to snap sometimes, and it's just like so unique to them, and it really brings them together. I feel like they're really similar under that aspect. And another thing is that they are just not scared to voice their opinion, and this is like really visible for both of them, and it's just like so funny. I feel like they are so similar one to the other. So yeah, Seungmin and Yosang definitely had to be paired up together for this video. And second to last, we have Jeonjin and Wooyoung. So this was something that I struggled with because I wasn't really sure who to pair up with Wooyoung. But I feel like Jeonjin makes for a pretty fair match. I mean, their personalities are not really that similar if you come to think about it, because Jeonjin is like Stray Kids baby. He's just like a really cute person, while Wooyoung has a more developed personality. I mean, like, we don't call him stage god for nothing, but I feel like they have their similarities, especially in the way they approach their members, because they both tend to mock them quite a lot. They just tend to snap as well sometimes, and yeah, it's just like something that's really similar and unique to them. So this is definitely a similarity that they share. And another thing is that sometimes in like stage performances, your eyes just get drawn by them. I feel like they are the bias wreckers you would never expect to have, but that you suddenly have, because they just sometimes tend to really outshine their members in some way. And this is something that I have noticed. I mean, it might be just personal for me, but yeah, I mean, it's what has made me decide to put the two of them together. Okay, so lastly, I feel like a lot of people are going to be really happy about this matching, but I also do think that Felix and Sen do share quite a lot of qualities. So the main thing is their duality. I have mentioned before how Mingi and Hyunjin have the most shocking duality, but Felix and Sen have like the biggest duality out of all the 16 members that we are covering today, because they like are possessed by some strange kind of demon when they're on stage most of the time. And when they are off stage, they're just like such cuties and like fluff balls, and you would never expect by seeing them off stage that on stage they could be so powerful and so energetic. And this is just like something that really makes them really similar. I don't know how else to say that. And yeah, just like Sen and Felix are actually pretty similar members in my opinion. And the last thing about them is also that they are like the most memeable members in their groups. I feel like most of the memes that you see online from ateez and Stray Kids mostly include Felix and Sen, and this is definitely another similarity that they have, because they are just like really funny and endearing. So yeah, this is the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you do not agree with the matchings I have come up with, you can comment down below what you think would have fit it best. Also, comment down below who your biases are. For me, it would have to be Mino for Stray Kids and Yuno for ateez. So yeah, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!